So I just want to talk today, real quick, real quick. It's just been on my mind. I've had a busy day today, but nonetheless, I wanted to talk to you guys real quick. I just had to make a makeshift studio here, but it's working. So nonetheless, I want to talk about dating the wrong person. Okay, dating the wrong person can happen to any of us. I mean, hell, anytime you turn around, you know what I'm saying. What looks good for you ain't good. What is it? What's good to you ain't good for you. So that happens to the best of us. I mean, you got to live and learn. That's just how it is. But but what I'm saying is, in situations like you're dating someone, and let's say you got a career. Let's say you're in college. Let's say you're in the military. Let's say you're just you have a family. You have a family, and this is a new guy that showed up, or a new woman that showed up, and you have a schedule to meet. Well, and this person shows up, and they want to slow everything down whatever you've been doing. Now because you're a good person, or because you want to make the relationship work. So you said, you know what? I want to respect the relationship, so maybe I should slow down a little bit and see what he or she may have in store for us, or let's see if we can work together. Let's see if this person is even on the same page that I'm on. Now, it's at the beginning of the relationship, right? So you're thinking, well, we can build on this, no problem. But what if you're into a relationship and you look up and this relationship has been going on 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and you're still in the same situation. You're still in the same rut. Okay? You're still not fulfilled. You're still not satisfied. Is it you, or is it the person you're with? Or is it that you're allowing the person you're with to not allow you to be you? Or is it just you yourself are afraid to be you? You gotta ask those questions. You gotta ask those questions. Anytime you start dating someone and you know you have a path set for yourself, but they don't necessarily have a path set for themselves. So dating the wrong person can really drain you of any and everything you are. Okay? For instance, let's say you want to go to college. Let's say you want to go to college and this person just has no ambition. None. He's happy sitting on the couch, chilling, playing video games, talking to the neighbors, just basically hanging out, having barbecues on the weekend, all of that. Okay? So what can you do with that? What can you do with that long term? Can't do nothing with that long term, because at some point, you got to get out of that stage and sit down and talk have a real dialogue and be like, hey, where we going from here? Now, if you're happy with that, then fine. But I'm talking about people that's moving, that have some type of ambition, has some type of get up, planning on building something in their career, a business, or just blossoming a family, making it not just what do you call it? Not just a sedentary lifestyle where you're just sitting around chilling, just getting fat, unhealthy. Not necessarily getting fat, just unhealthy. Okay? So, let's say it's in reverse. Let's say it's a woman. You have a woman, and every time you try to advance and do better, she holds you back. She holds you back because she's the one that likes to shine. She doesn't want you to shine. She's the one that's, especially if you got a pretty woman, not necessarily especially if you got a pretty woman. Let's just say she's an outgoing woman, okay? Maybe she's the one that likes to shine. She doesn't want you to shine. You know what I'm saying? She's sitting back dictating how you move, okay? So you're sitting back in all her glory, but now it's time for you to get your own glory, but you don't know how to bring it to her. You're afraid to bring it to her. And then the day that you do decide to bring it to her, you don't know how she's going to accept it. So you sit back, and years and years and years and years and years go by, and what do? You just go ahead and sit back and say, all right, I've accepted it. This is my fate. Nah, don't sit back and accept nothing. If you feel that this is not the life for you, then you need to sit down and talk to that person. If that person can't give you the life that you're looking for, I'm not saying get up and go, nothing like that, but you're going to have to make some decisions. You're going to have to make an executive decision and say, look, I don't know if this is for me. Now, you might have to give yourself your own pep talk, I don't know if this is for me, I don't know if he's for me. I don't know if she's for me. You know, for instance, I've been married for a long time, so I can talk. I can talk this talk. You know, because I've been up and down, left and right, round corners, circles. I can talk about it, but I remember the dating stages, and I remember when I was always trying to start a business. And I used to ask myself, am I with the right person? But it took me years to even think that way. To even think that way, because every time I tried to start something, it seemed like my wife would hold me back. Well, she was never there. Never there. You know what I'm saying? All my friends, never there. Okay? So it just seemed like, and any girl from before her, they just didn't seem to have the same mindset. They just did not seem to have the mindset. It was just like talking to a brick wall, you know. And when you have a career, when you're in college, when you are in the military, when you're doing things in the fast lane and they moving in the slow lane, it's hard to. It doesn't wrap around their head. They don't even see it. They don't see a vision at all, so it's hard to explain it to them. So these people will drain you. They will drain you to death because you're too busy trying to soothe their ego, whatever that is. Whatever that is. While you're busy putting all that energy in soothing their ego, years go by. Years go by. Years go by. So basically, from my experience, you gotta learn how to talk. You really gotta learn to sit down, the art of talking. The art of talking and how to deliver a certain message to get it across to whomever your mate is. And you might have to pick up some books and read. And honestly, and I'm saying this for real because I had to pick up books and read. You know, a lot of self-help books and whatnot. I even picked up a lot of street books because those are people that I can relate to. And that's the only way I can deliver it in a way that my wife can relate to, in a way that females could relate, that I knew could relate to. You understand what I'm saying? But I had to put it in my own words. But I had to put it in a street. I had to grasp it from a street format in order to put it in my own format, which is what you guys could do if that's the situation that you're in, and you're like, damn, am I with the right man? Am I with the right woman? They don't see my vision, and they won't, and they won't, they won't. Trust me, I've been with this woman 20 some odd years. It took me 17 years, maybe 17 years for her to even just to grab it. But the difference was she allowed me to do what I wanted to do. So I was fine with that. I was fine with that, but it still bothered me because, you know, when your mate is not there with you wholeheartedly, it's hard to move forward. I mean, you start moving. You want to move fast, but you're really moving at a snail's pace, at a turtle's pace. You understand what I'm saying? So, but she said, go ahead and do you. So that allowed me to be me, but I still wasn't happy. Now, all the way up until about the 19th year is when it just triggered like, bam. But it took a whole lot. It took a whole lot of trying times, a whole lot of arguments, a whole lot of debates, a whole lot of everything just to get to those steps. Now I'm telling y'all this because if y'all can see it ahead of time, and I didn't know how to talk. I didn't know how to talk. I didn't know how to sit down. It was always an argument. I'm telling y'all, man, if you can sit down, if you can see it coming, and then try to get out there and speak on it. Speak on it before, it gets so out of control where you can't function. You can't function, you can't think, you can't go to work, you can't eat. I mean, it gives you high blood pressure, it just really stresses you out. It just really stresses you out. So think about it. For the person you pick, it may not be nothing wrong with them all. It's just a matter of how to deliver it. How to deliver what you want to say. What mood. You gotta catch them in the right mood. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta catch her in the right mood. You just don't know. They could be the perfect person in the world. It's just how you deliver it. It really is. In some situations, not all. In some situations, but in some situations, you just gotta say hell. Count it. Count your blessings. Say, I'm glad I'm up out of that. Peace. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you, and this is the honest truth. When every business that I started, every career field that I went into, I lost friends. I lost something. When I went off to nursing school, my truck was repoed, gone, outie. I was like, man, but I kept going. I'm catching a bus in the rain. I'm walking about a mile off because the bus didn't go that way. I'm walking a mile to get to school. My wife wasn't even with it. She wasn't even with it. She was like, shh, that's you. Didn't see my vision at all. At all. You understand what I'm saying? But I kept it pushing. None of my friends saw my vision. You understand what I'm saying? I lost my truck. Lost my truck. I had just bought it. It was clean as hell. Two-tone. What was it? Two-tone silver and burgundy repo. You understand what I'm saying? I was going to school for something else. Oh, for legal. I was going to school for legal. Well, what happened then? They tore down our entire apartment complex. Can you believe that? But I kept going. But nobody saw my vision. Nobody. I mean, nobody saw my vision. Not even the wife. Not even the wife. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm saying all these things. These things happen. If these things happen, I'm not saying I chose the wrong woman. I'm saying I didn't know how to talk. I didn't know how to express myself. And a lot of you don't know how to express yourself. So, don't trip with me. Because a lot of y'all don't know how to express yourself. But I'm saying, though, it happens. It happens. We don't know who the hell we going to pick. We just don't know. I mean, we see a beautiful woman. We say, man, ooh, we got to have her. We see a fly dude. We say, man, I got to have that dude. Well, sometimes a lot of that comes with, man, you got to look at yourself and say, well, damn, where am I going in life? Does he have the same vision I got? Does he even care? Or is he a whole lot of lip service? Is she a whole lot of lip service? You know what I'm saying? Or is it just a sex thing? If it's just a sex thing, then okay. Then okay. After sex is over, then what? Then what? When you got nothing to talk